Hush. As November marks the final intense season, do you feel the pressure of unfulfilled goals? The human heart often whispers, not enough time, not enough strength. But today, we consciously silence that narrative of scarcity. This is not a time for retreating. It's the Kairos moment to activate the immense potential left in this year. Let's turn our focus from what we lack to the boundless promise of divine provision. We declare with quiet power, my lack stops here. My blessing and breakthrough begin now. We have surrendered the narrative of scarcity, declaring that our lack stops now. The first pillar of this powerful November prayer is the activation of blessing. We must understand that a divine blessing is not merely a passive wish. It is an active declaration that changes the atmosphere around you. It is the spiritual authority released by the Creator to establish prosperity, protection, and provision in your life. 2.1. Blessing over scarcity. The abundance mentality. As the year draws to a close, the financial pressures, the resource drains, and the fatigue scream a message of not enough. This is the human condition, battling the divine principle of abundance. To receive the blessing, we must first change our internal narrative, challenging the finish line lie. We often view November as a financial and emotional finish line, where reserves are low. A divine blessing changes the finish line into a starting line for new, unearned provision. It declares that the source of your supply is infinite, not bound by the finite resources left in the bank or the calendar year. The blessing is specific. We pray not just for good things, but for specific, practical provision. We declare blessings over your hands and your work. May every task your hand touches multiply in fruitfulness and excellence. Your resources, finance and time. May every seed you have sown come back as a harvest, and may your time be redeemed, allowing you to accomplish major tasks with ease. Your relationships. May every connection be blessed with clarity, peace, and mutual upliftment, eliminating unnecessary conflict and drama. When you pray this way, you are not begging. You are aligning your expectation with the boundless nature of the divine provider. 2.2. The blessing of protection, the hedge around your life. A true blessing encompasses not only what is given, but also what is prevented. As we approach the end of the year, we acknowledge the need for a spiritual and emotional hedge of protection. Protection against fatigue. November often brings burnout. We pray for a divine infusion of energy, a grace to function optimally even when the human body feels tired. This blessing covers your sleep, restoring you deeply and quickly. Protection against emotional theft. We declare that our peace and joy are non-negotiable. We ask the blessing to guard our hearts against the anxieties of others, the sting of comparison, and the spirit of self-condemnation. The blessing is a shield, ensuring that internal resources are not drained by external negativity. Protection against hidden obstacles. The greatest threats are often the ones we don't see. We pray for the blessing to preemptively disarm hidden financial traps, unforeseen health challenges, or relational sabotage. This is the blessing of foresight. where paths are cleared before you even step onto them. By declaring this protection, you are establishing a sanctuary of stability and quiet confidence in the midst of a busy, demanding season. 2.3. Living under the blessing, the posture of gratitude. To retain the blessing, our posture must be one of constant gratitude. Gratitude is the spiritual magnet that attracts more abundance. Complaining is the drain. This month, every time a small kindness is shown, a bill is paid, or you find unexpected strength, turn it immediately into a micro-declaration. Thank you for the blessing. Gratitude transforms possessions into provision. Gratitude transforms tasks into opportunities. Gratitude transforms waiting into incubation. Let your prayer be an active acknowledgement that you are already chosen, already covered, and already receiving the full force of divine blessing for this season. You are not waiting for the blessing, you are walking in it. This confidence sets the stage for the next level of manifestation, the breakthrough. We have secured our footing in the abundant stability of the divine blessing. But we were not called merely to be maintained. We were called to move mountains. The second driving force of this powerful November prayer is the activation of breakthrough. A breakthrough is the moment where an insurmountable obstacle suddenly gives way, where chronic limitations are permanently severed, and where the impossible becomes the narrative of your day. 3.1. Defining breakthrough, the severing of limits. The most insidious limits are not external walls. They are the internal, invisible agreements we have made with fear, doubt, and past failure. A true divine breakthrough focuses on destroying three main types of limitations that plague us as the year ends. The limit of time. We feel the pressure of the calendar, believing it's too late for this year. We declare a time redemption breakthrough. This is the power to accomplish 3 months of work in 3 weeks, where divine acceleration compresses the timeline. We pray for the release of distractions, hyperfocus, and the elimination of wasteful efforts, ensuring your remaining days are maximized for impact. The limit of identity. This is the whisper that says, "You've always struggled with this. You always will." A breakthrough shatters this old identity. We pray for a character breakthrough where chronic habits of procrastination, fear, or self-sabotage are replaced with divine discipline, quiet confidence, and clarity of purpose. You are not defined by your history. You are defined by the victory waiting for you. The limit of access. This is the feeling that the right people, the right resources, or the right doors are forever closed. We declare an access breakthrough. We pray for strategic divine connections, out of the blue opportunities, and the sudden appearance of favor that bypasses standard protocol and human bureaucracy. A breakthrough is the divine saying, "I am not bound by your past results, and neither are you." 3.2. Breakthrough as active faith, the mountain-moving stance. Breakthrough is activated not through passive wishing, but through active faith. It requires a shifting of your posture from someone waiting for things to change to someone expecting change because of the divine covenant. The stance of expectancy. We lift our hands and declare what we know will happen, not what we hope might happen. We stop seeing the obstacle as permanent and start seeing it as an immediate platform for manifestation. Name the mountains in your life: financial deficits, relational walls, chronic health issues, and command them to move, not in your own strength, but in the power of the divine. The tipping point of surrender. Paradoxically, the greatest power for breakthrough comes from the deepest surrender. When you fully release the need to control the how and the when of the miracle, you free the divine hand to work instantly. We say, "Lord, I have done all I can. Now I trust in the force of your breakthrough to deliver what I cannot." This full surrender is the tipping point of the miracle. The redefinition of the finish line. We redefine success for this November. It's not about achieving the perfect external outcome, but about achieving a breakthrough in your internal trust. The true victory is when you can look at the immovable problem and declare, "This is already moving in the invisible realm because I prayed this prayer." 3.3. Living the breakthrough testimony. Listen every day. The instruction to listen every day is the key to maintaining the momentum of the breakthrough. It's a spiritual workout regimen. It is a daily reset. Each listening session refreshes your perspective, preventing the old doubts from settling back in. It is daily fuel. It constantly reminds your spirit of the promises you declared, building the inner resilience needed to sustain the change. As you conclude this powerful prayer, remember, the force has been released. The limits are severed. The breakthrough is not an event you hope for one day. It is the current reality you are stepping into right now. Walk with the boldness of someone whose biggest barrier has already crumbled and whose path to destiny is now wide open. And now, your heart is anchored. You have surrendered the anxiety of the finish line and activated the double portion of divine provision. Remember this: the blessing guarantees your stability, ensuring that every need is met and your peace is protected. The breakthrough guarantees your movement, ensuring that every limitation is severed and your vision is achieved. Step into this day and the remaining season with the quiet power of someone who knows their outcome is secured. Do not wait for the miracle. Walk as the miracle. Your only assignment now is simple. Listen every day. Let this powerful truth be the constant rhythm of your spirit, drawing you into inevitable victory. Go forth, favored and free.